debt, or maybe more. And they're thinking about how they're going to have to pay that back, but they probably don't know that they also have about $50,000 in government debt. And they're going to be paying the interest on that debt. When they get their first paycheck and they see the deductions, they're going to find out how much of that is going to pay interest for things they didn't even buy, that were bought by my generation, those burdens being passed on to them. Does the president have a plan to finally get our budget balanced? No. We do. We're going to cut spending, we're going to cap federal spending, and finally get us on track to a balanced budget. If you've got kids in school, elementary school or middle school or high school, and for some reason you become convinced that that school isn't doing the job it needs to do to make sure your kids will have the skills they need for the jobs of tomorrow. And so you think about perhaps going to a charter school or having some cyber learning opportunities, and so you're looking for those opportunities, but find out that no, you can't do that because the teachers union doesn't like choice in schools. And because the president gets the largest donations from the teachers' unions, why, he's not likely to provide that choice either. You see, the teachers' union is there, but the PTA doesn't have a union, and parents don't have unions, and kids don't have unions. When I'm elected president, we're going to make sure we have a voice for the kids of America. Are any of you like any of those families I described, any seniors here, or families having a tough time making ends meet, or young people who are thinking about coming out of school but wonder if they're going to get a good job at graduation? Who in this audience here? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm seeing this across this country. The Americans want a different course for this nation. They recognize that the path the president's put us on is very different than the path Paul Ryan and I are going to put this country on. With the president, the $10 trillion of debt he began with, he grew up to $16 trillion, he'll take it to $20 trillion. We will stop that. We will get America on track to a balanced budget and a bright and prosperous future. If he's reelected, well, you're going to have Obamacare and cuts to Medicare. If we're elected, we are finally going to get rid of Obamacare, repair our health care system. Now, you know he's got no plan to create jobs in America. What his plan boils down to is more of the same. His ideas are another stimulus and raise taxes. Those things won't create jobs in the private sector. We have a plan that will actually get America working again. It's got 5 parts. Number 1, we're going to take full advantage of our oil, our coal, our gas, our renewables, our nuclear. Those bring not just energy jobs, they're going to bring manufacturing jobs too, because much of what we make in manufacturing uses a lot of energy, and so having low-cost, plentiful energy brings manufacturing back. That's number 1. Number 2, trade is good for us. Trade is good for Iowa. Trade is good to sell our goods and services around the world. I want to open up more trade around the world. And by the way, if nations cheat in trade as China has in the past, we're going to call them on the carpet. We cannot have them taking our jobs. We're going to get training program dollars here. Let me tell you what I mean. We have some 47 different federal